Airport.
Good morning, George. Good morning.
Glenda.
Yes. Good to be
And there's Bill and Carl, our chauffeurs. Excellente. And since I've already learned some German, last night Glenda bitty me many times. That means please. Lane, you taught me that. Yes. Yes. Oh, bitte. Excuse me. Excuse me. I apologize.
And I learned 2 other words.
I guess I Americanized it a little too much.
Klein means small. Grosso means large. You have a big trip in Germany, right?
Yes.
You have lots of
Yes.
people.
What is that, Neil? Oh. There's Carl.
Hey.
Yes. We're here in our exciting Hertz booth. Carl, tell us about this car we're going to have.
Let me tell you, this is Superman car. It is absolutely...
Loading for our first hotel in Berlin. Hey, Dr. Pageant. Cars rather than a van. Hope to get our van tomorrow. And here is our hotel. This is a beautiful area. This is gorgeous, heavily wooded, and just like we're in the country, but we're in Berlin. And there's a gorgeous girl. A little hotel. This is our little lobby. And we're getting ready to head out for our first morning in Berlin. We're going to do a little drive around. And there's Bill Langford, one of the premier navigatores of our group. Look at that look of concern on his face.
1996. Tour of Germany now with George, beginning the first of the film.
Yes, thank you, Bill. And let me say this, the camera is very responsive to you starting us off here, okay?
And you want to see the tattoo of the year?
Yes, I do. Bill, could you describe that tattoo, please?
That's for Harley. Getting everything together and telling the story going. Bill's an laboratory, Bill's a photographer, and I'm in charge of section.
There is Carl, going to be driving around shopping in our interesting little flea market here in Berlin. Very interesting. Glenda has just bought a plate for 6 marks, which is about $4 US. Hey, Glenda, filming shopping. Just getting over near the lady with the older lady with the black boots on. Ain't she something?
We're in East Germany.
Okay, thank you very much, Lane. The cameraman did not know for sure. We're coming into a gorgeous building called the Dome in East Germany, which East Germany did not maintain a church system, but they did maintain this building, Carl says, which is a religious building. Look at this, kids. Wow. Unbelievable. Gosh. Dolly Parton, eat your heart out, honey. Everyone's very reverent. It is Sunday, so we're in church on Sunday. Marshall Troutman, please write me down as present.
I'd like to tell a little bit about the building that we're in today. Over here to the left is a place that the industrial virgins were brought once a month. Now, they were led right up the steps, the wooden steps, and led up, and then they were introduced to the audience. Here is Wayne. Here's Wayne.
I'm coming, George.
Here, it is not. I'm not going to say that. Here's one of the exhibits. an old exhibit, Lane, and look how well she turned out in this church. Aren't we so happy?
I take offense to the word old exhibit. She is a luscious young exhibit.
Gorgeous. Beautiful day. Take a tour on the canal. Right there. I'll tell you. Yes, sir.
Did you get the boat?
I did.
Oh.
I got it coming up. Our first meal. Our first meal in Germany. We're going to get a little bottle of wine and some Wiener Schnitzel and all that good stuff. These are museums that are all under repair. Many of them have bullet holes. Carl showed us.
1945 and okay. Is that right, Johnny?
These are as per 45. Here's some girls that look like they're 45 girls. Yes, yes.
45 years today.
Ladies and gentlemen, wish you'd look at that. Look at those.
At 4 o'clock.
Ann Pageant is asking these girls a very important question, and I can't wait for her to come back and tell us. Here's a gentleman that's an artist in his own way. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's a live human being performing, if you will, as a slow rotating mannequin. And Pageant has asked him to dance, but he said no. Can you describe, Ann, what you're basically showing us? Otherwise, people won't know what you're doing.
Okay. Well, we take pictures of the Chinese girls. This would be a flowering tree.
Yes.
And they would do the little picture of the tree, and they would like put it in their hand.
Oh.
They would hold it like this. But Ann likes green, and she's sniffing green.
Well, Lane, are you holding up the fence, or is it holding you up?
Actually, I think I'm trying to hold up my body. I haven't been rolling for quite a while.
Well, we're all a little groggy.
Don't you love these? We love the Roxas.
Oh, I know, they're wonderful.
Now, girls, the cameraman wants to know who is Carl's mother. I can't pick her out of this group. I can't tell who's who. Oh.
Das is my sister.
Yes,
No.
we have called him.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Oh, gee. Carl, do you think Bill can do the trick?
Who is this person who the cameraman is filming? Who is that guy?
Glenda, would you like something else? You have to. And you know, and so then I have to run to every table saying, look, I am sorry. This is my Sunday school class at First Baptist Church. These women
Lane, this is like a thorn between 3 roses. A thorn and 3 beautiful roses. I feel a very lucky guy right here.
A very thin novel between groups.
Yeah.
Well, this is a delightful, beautiful spot.
Yeah.
This time of day, this time of year, it's gorgeous.
Happy birthday. We need Carl and Erica together.
Thank
Hey,
you
Carl.
very much for coming.
Carl.
You're welcome.
Thank
And be
you,
with your
thank
mother
you.
while Lane is filming here.
Yes.
Let's have a nice couple here. Yes.
Ja, ja.
Yes.
So, das ist ein schönes Video. Und die Lane, die ist so eine Einsatzperson. Der George ist eigentlich immer derjenige, der so richtig als wie nennt man das, als Advokat, der gibt immer diese schönen Sprüche.
Lane, keep the camera on Carl and his mother.
Yeah.
Keep the camera on them, but I want to make this comment.
Yeah.
It's too bad Carl didn't get his mother's good looks.
Yeah.
Dass ich nicht deine gute Visage bekommen habe.
Best, give us your best. Give us your best, come on. Wonderful girls, okay.
Good morning, George.
Girls, I wanted to get the problem about your shoes.
Well, can I have the room key?
Honey, why would you want the room key? I'm not in the room.
I've really been, we went to a museum of Oriental art, and this was a lot of wood carvings, a lot of ivory carvings, some mosaic type work done, stiff carvings. And it showed many things, and most of it dealt with very basic gynecological practices that people growing up. There was one called Geshe with gynecologically, which was interesting. And we were put in a position like I've never seen a gynecologist examining right now. It was whatever.
Well, I'm so glad you all have had that educational experience.
This qualifies as an educational experience and a tax write-off.
This whole trip is a write-off.
Right.
And
Carl, would you like to say something?
Yes. George, let the waitress bring the coffee.
You all were in the museum?
Yeah.
Then you decided not to go?
Glenda, did you have any desire to see the museum, honey?
There were a lot of artifacts.
Probably wouldn't like that. Were there in the window outside there were like carvings?
The carving, Japanese art, a lot of it from the 17th century.
Almost.
Seriously.
Well, they had a little thing in the window.
Yeah.
The window. How about the laser stones?
Bertha. Bertha was a World War II Luftwaffe test pilot
Get out of here.
whose husband was killed
Now we know.
and at the end of the war, she took a plane and her child, a mechanic who was injured, and one other person, and flew north to Denmark to get away from the Russians. The British captured her, happy to get the plane and everything, so she started there. The problem was all the troops coming back from the war, the wives were getting pregnant. And she remembered things she learned from her mother, who was a doctor, and sought out a leaflet which she sold for 2 pennies, telling you how to prevent pregnancy by the little rhythm method. She expanded her whole business from that point on. And she got into a life and birth control and marriage management and everything.
Unbelievable.
That's how she got started
As a storekeeper.
It just all started with rhythm.
Rhythm, that's what she
The
started.
Catholics have been saying all along that just damaged
It's in Berlin, ladies and gentlemen. Too good. Easy now, girls.
Two wild and crazy girls.
Church that was bombed, and it's now a museum. It's left standing during the bombing. The gorgeous facilities. It's in the new church building right outside. It's very pretty, gorgeous. See the cracks that have been repaired. We're at an old hunting lodge built by one of the royalty, and we're going to take a tour, and then we're going to go eat lunch. What a huge hunting lodge. Okay, you all going to kind of describe what we're looking at here?
Oh, I forget he does the snap.
Look at the ducks and things in green. Okay, this is we're at the area where the treaty dividing West and East Germany was signed back in, what, 1945.
And Ann, who were the major participants, please?
Truman, Stalin, Churchill, and Jimmy Bunch. Buffett.
Jimmy Bunch? Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah. Jimmy Bunch from the Dust Bowl. Rick Pitino may have.
Rick Pitino may have, yes.
George, who was the French? George, you know,
De Gaulle.
De Gaulle. And George, oh, sorry, I took that back.
Most unusual garden here at the old hunting lodge.
This is garden. This is bronze sculpture. This is a male sculpture.
It is?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to tell.
Not up here, George.
Do you have us on camera now?
Yes, sir.
Harry Truman.
Okay.
People of Germany.
The buck stops here.
No, the buck stops here.
Je suis Charles de Gaulle.
People of Germany.
Je fais l'amour.
We're here to make an extremely important announcement.
Let me tell you about the Erotica Museum.
The four of us were at an infamous museum earlier today, and we decided right then there's some things that needed to be divided.
Right.
Right.
All right. Tell us about the treaty dividing West and East Germany, George.
And that was a
That was it.
that was a wonderful treaty. Carl, tell us a little more about the treaty.
Well, while they were discussing the treaty, Churchill had the great idea that somewhere in Berlin, at a corner, they ought to establish a museum for erotica. And that was something that was written in the last page of the treaty, and somebody accidentally tore it out, but they discovered it approximately a year ago, and now they fulfilled the original mandate. And there you've got it, see? So now you have come in a full circle from Beate Huse to this place where it was all conceived.
Right. Theater.
For all who need them. Yeah. Churchill, Charles de Gaulle, Joseph Stalin.
I'm sorry.
Stalin, you grew an awful lot.
Let there be vibrators for all.
Someone who plays the flute.
Even though he was very, because it was the sign or the necessary for the times, but here he escaped and did all his, what he wanted to do.
Frederick the
music,
Great built this.
art,
Gorgeous.
writing, painting, etc. And no, he really wasn't. He really wasn't. No, that was not.
Excuse me, Bill. Did they have female lieutenants back then, perhaps?
Yeah.
Maybe.
But anyway, this was his hideaway. No women were allowed in there.
One more thing, somewhere we talk about all the things about the great motif. He was a great connoisseur of wine. And you see a lot of laughter and wine and wine.
I bet you that these held, I bet these were arbors. Look over the window. I bet you they were.
It's a very beautiful, absolutely gorgeous view, guys. Absolutely gorgeous. Band of ragamuffins here. I'm glad I'm not with them. They sure look like tourists.
Okay, you think we can all go up to the top of that?
Yes, we can all go up without huffing and puffing. We're down at the bottom looking up at the beautiful facilities here. These are all orange trees inside the little glass doors on the 7 levels. In warm weather, they pop the glass doors off. This is part of the original construction. There goes our group. Here in a wonderful German restaurant.
Film something profound, will you please?
Well, I've got 2 lovely ladies and a lovely lady right here.
Lovely lady right here.
Yes.
The numero uno.
Carl, you may want to tell me something about your mama.
Well, she is about the most lovely lady that I know.
Ah.
She has the netteste, schönste Frau, die ich kenne. Na, das stimmt aber. Als Mutter.
Well, she has a beautiful smile.
Ja. Hat ein schönes Lächeln, sagt er.
This is a great restaurant. In fact, we were here last night. It was so good we came back tonight and had the same table. There's Big Bill there. It's been a great day. We're finishing up a great Monday and we're leaving tomorrow for Dresden.
If she might be interested in escorting the Prince of Monaco to the Kentucky Derby.
Oh my!
And Casey's answer was, I'll think about it. I said, think about it? What do you mean you have to think about it, you know? So, anyway, I think she's going to go. But they may need to check her out first. If not, then...
Ladies and gentlemen, another true testimonial on our trip.
Absolutely.
There's so many of them. They're so hard to keep up with.
How old is he? No. But he's the young, the heir.
They're Cuban.
Lane, what is his name? What is his name?
Mother says, he's dirt.
He's dirt. He's dirt.
Really?
No.
Really? And that's
not worth it.
Caroline's brother.
He's cute, but not
I
very
don't know what his
smart.
name is, George. Really, it's over there somewhere.
I mean, that's what I know. You know,
He's
on Derby.
Yeah, he's just a derby.
It's just a derby.
I'll go with it. I'll go with it. I'm going to be in Prague. I'm going to be in Prague.
And you are going to be in Prague.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Send us a ticket.
No. She likes it already.
He says, would you like to go to my apartment to see my quilts and my tickets?
We're having a translation during the joke.
He said, would you care for some wine? She says,
Oh yeah.
he said, port or sherry?
Port wine or sherry?
She said, sherry, by all means. She says, when I see sherry shimmering in that decanter, says it brings forth visions of cupids cavorting across Elysian fields.
Ja, dat is wat Porter een beetje te Porter sherry. Dat is sherry. Dat brengt voorbeelden, visionen van Cupid en zo weiter.
And he said, when that slides down my throat, he said, my soul ascends to the heavens, dwell among the
Wenn es
gods.
meine Kehle runtergeht, dann gibt es mir die Visionen vom Himmel und allem möglichen.
She said, they're ports, and it makes me fart.
Ja, also der Portwein, der lässt mich fort.
Fantastic. Hey, good meal.
Folks, doesn't he look great? After 2 meals here, doesn't he look great?
Zwei meals.
Ah, here's the name of the place. Wonderful.
Look at the little...
Karate. Oh, we've had such a good time. Kala, cantare. Our little village here. It's a beautiful little village. We're gonna have lunch. And there's little canals with boats here. We're gonna see.
Huh. They stop and let you off?
No. See, they even serve lunch in some of these.
They're beautiful. These rides last from a minimum of 2 hours up to 6 and 7 hours.
That's German. Hi, I'm Stock.
Do you speak English?
I speak I'm kind in English. Yeah, only on Tuesday.
Good morning, or as we say in southern Germany, buongiorno. This is a beautiful sight. Glenda and I are going to slip away, just the two of us, on one of these little boats, and it's going to pole us into the sunset. They don't paddle these boats, and they only use poles to get them through the canals. And Glenda and I are going to take one boat just to ourselves, and we're going to pole off into the sunset.
You'll take your paper back.
You don't have to back up. You've got a lot of flexibility. Are you filming? Glenda?
I have this jacket on. Everyone knows I've been to Europe.
Have you ever been happier in your life than right now? Glenda, tell Anna. Have you ever been happier in your life? Why is this silence? What's this silence mean?
Could you all embrace a little?
Beautiful scene here. Notice the detail of these boats. They have tables and flowers.
Thatcher.
This is a Thatcher. These guys are Thatchers. Very interesting. They're putting a roof on this building the old-fashioned way. My dear?
We're watching the Thatchers.
Well, are they related? Maybe. Lane, I'm filming you while you're telling your secrets. Is it okay?
Yes, it is. I love Jackson Perkins roses.
We're having our lunch here in this gorgeous setting. We have 2 tables, which is kind of a blue-collar town. We're going to be taking the train from here tomorrow over to Prague. It's our wonderful East German Hotel. Hotel Visa.
Where they only accept MasterCard.
And Paget has just discovered that the Chippendales are going to perform here tonight at the Visa Hotel in Braden, Germany. Yes. Dresden, really a nice little East German hotel. Very nice. Counting our money. We're only 4 days into the trip and we feel we may be stranded. Places won't take Visa for a couple of them. So we may have to borrow from fellow travelers. Here's our stuff. We're going to take a little side trip now this afternoon. Glenda, you look great counting money on it. Look at this beautiful old building. Beautiful square here. We're going to do a little sightseeing. It's about 4:30 in the afternoon. We're going to spend the night, all day tomorrow and tomorrow night here.
We'll be going to the opera in our fan club.
Well, you all make a fine-looking family, the three of you.
Yeah.
Particularly the two ladies.
I did today's
Look at this gorgeous tower. Isn't that neat? You're now looking at an organ grinder. I'm not sure if the camera will pick up the organ music. Look at him grind away.
Let's walk over.
Glenda and Neil are talking about a building. Look at Glenda talk with her hands. Unfortunately, she cannot stop doing that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so sorry. Then? There's a rose and a couple of thorns. Look at the intensity on their face. The look of concern. Perhaps they need a toilet. We'll find out shortly. Gorgeous, gorgeous.
We'll have a big day.
This is fantastic, guys. Well, now, that's pretty fantastic, too, those two ladies. What a gorgeous view here, guys.
This is a beautiful picture.
This is fantastic.
I'm going to wait till those.
Now, I'm going to show you
I'm going to wait till those.
some beautiful, Carl, the beautiful lettering up here.
Yes.
Carl, can you read that,
Johannes, King of Saxony. Artistic monument. This is the artistic, the principal artistic monument of Saxony.
Ah.
And these are the studios for collection.
Where are we?
this is Dresden.
Yes.
And you're looking at the cathedral, and you're on the Brühl Terrace, where we're going to have the most delicious piece of cake.
These are
Look at this gorgeous clock. And gentlemen, there's a wild German right there. He has that German wild locks to his hair. Ann, can you describe that hair, please?
a victory. He's very stimulated, so he keeps brushing up against her.
We've just picked out our restaurant for this evening. Green canopy there inside. Upstairs, a beautiful restaurant inside. There's the waterway through the arch, boats. Tomorrow's a workman's holiday, so the tent will be bustling tomorrow. Look at those German gods. Amazing revolving door. Here comes Glenda through the amazing revolving door. Look at this. Look at this. Ladies and gentlemen, are you impressed or what? Look.
I call them
Here we are eating
smoked
again.
salmon. Huh? You can have a salad with duck breast strips
Ah.
and Pommery mustard dressing.
Wonderful meal here we're getting ready to have, ladies and gentlemen. We're excited. We've had a nice day in Dresden. The men have been to the train station to get tickets for Prague the day after tomorrow. Look at the intensity on the faces. Studying the German menu. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had 4 bottles of wine, a lot of food, and everybody is loose as a goose. We are loose as a goose. We are. And there's our waiter who's done a fantastic job. He's done a great.
George, give me the camera, George. I don't have.
Lane, thank you. I want to say this. I've had a wonderful dinner, but I can't wait to get back to that room with Glenda. I'm so excited. I am so excited.
That looks so good.
This may look like the front of a magazine, but this was taken last night in our hotel room in Berlin.
Yeah, Glenda dyed her hair black, though, didn't she?
Yes. Who's talking to her Sunday school class. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
No. And please.
So you just give them a little more.
That's good. That's good.
Not if I can have anything to say about it. Kids, it doesn't get any prettier than this. We left our restaurant. Fantastic. Unbelievably beautiful. This is our breakfast buffet at the Visa Hotel. Wonderful buffet, by the way. Here's every
bandwagon.
Yes.
From Buckwall. I always love this guy.
We're having a very nice breakfast this morning. Carl, do you want to introduce our innkeeper to our film?
Herr Jäger.
Ah. Here's an organ grinder. Look at here, kids. Now, are these girls having fun? Are they having fun? Yeah. Does that Ann have her arm around a cute guy? Ta-da! A mural on a street that we're walking down. We're going to get lunch and a cold beer, cold German beer. Very interesting mural.
Go ahead, George.
This is wonderful herring. It's not marinated herring. Notice the texture. Well, it's kind of marinated, but look at this. Look at this. Fantastic. They also say that.
Are you still on your goulash soup?
Lane, they say that if you eat a lot of this herring, it makes a man more attentive. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do, George.
Glenda has encouraged me to eat some more of it.
And Bill is having goulash. Goulash.
I've been having it since 1 o'clock.
That's the longest goulash I've ever seen.
It's still hot. I'm having bratwurst. I've had bratwurst. Bratwurst, then? Yes. The best you've ever had, no doubt. Best. Neil?
The goulash was great.
Great.
It was bottomless terrine.
Bonnie, you had
The lentil soup was fantastic.
perfect. Mutta, you had potato pancakes.
Very good.
Very good. Carl, I don't know that I can get to you. Yeah,
I
Carl.
turned into one big goulash.
For lunch, and we're out on the walkway. And the town of Dresden is having a great day today. Look at all the riverboats. There's German bands playing, organ grinders. German boys look kind of familiar. German girls that look real familiar. A German skirt, but mainly, Neil, I'm getting the shoreline here. Beautiful sight right here. Along the beautiful buildings, along the boardwalk overlooking the beautiful river. Listen to that old whistle boats. Gorgeous day. The sun's out. We've had a great lunch. I had some herring, delicious. Little mountain outside Dresden, and we're going to stop for coffee and or a beer. Here's a gorgeous little house. There's two gorgeous girls. Right, girls?
What?
Pardon me, do you all live here?
Yeah, no.
Do you all just
We're
work?
weightlifters. We're German weightlifters. We want to pump you up. I want to pump you up.
No, there's a waiter.
Carl, this is a delightful little cafe up in the mountains around Dresden. It's owned by Sergeant Schultz. And we're going to have a little refreshment.
Yes, wine.
A little vino. Right, girls?
Right.
And then they say that if you're tired, they do have rooms. You can spend the night here.
And a moon pie like we had yesterday.
Yeah. There's our waiter. He looks excited.
Oder gibt's da einen?
Ja, eine Flasche.
Bill Langford wanted to order for us, but Carl insisted, so we're stuck with Carl again. We are here in the Dresden train station, and here is our train, Budapest.
You all want to get this train?
So why don't y'all do a little choo-choo? Glenda, do a little choo-choo.
Get in line.
Here you go. I tell you what, we've got some wild and crazy kids on this trip.
So we set it out like Czechoslovakia. Like what? It's kind of wild and
Dan and Neil Paget having a great time. there's Neil waking. Ann is absolutely gone out on too much Dresden coffee. No, could you please describe our room for the camera, please?
Well, it's kind of 1954 modern.
Oh, 46.
Yeah.
Glenda, how about these animal skins on the chairs?
They're real. Anyone polyester bears?
Icelandic sheep.
And can you, Glenda, have you ever stayed in a library before? Correct me if I'm wrong, we have our...
The CDs, we have music at the party room here. But I think you're right, the family and baby.
The American tourists are now pilfering the Thacker's luscious. Here's our magnificent water twin king-size bed with the gilded ceiling above it. And we're using our imagination, ladies and gentlemen. We're just doing the best we can here.
Coach, what they do, according to Carl, is they mention their occupation first before they say their name. Their profession.
All right.
So.
Now, you girls have quite a challenge here.
Okay, let's see.
And the proper medical term to that is
Say, okay, let's each introduce ourselves. Financier. Financier.
May I do the introductions?
they won't be able to show.
Oh, yes.
Well,
Okay.
it will not be easy, but
Historian, financier.
yes, no, this will be this will be assistente pageant.
And what does that mean?
Well, she is sometimes helping Neil. Assistente ginecology.
Okay. And is this royal queen?
Yeah, right. This is historian Thacker.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And who's this?
Madam.
I'm interested.
Huh?
I'm interested.
Oh, this is academician Middlestadt.
Ah.
And then we have Signora Clifto Paget.
Yeah!
And,
Kids, we're here in Prague, just having a wild.
and it gives me the greatest of pleasure.
Oh,
Absolute, the greatest of pleasure to introduce to all of you those that are here and those that may have the great fortune of seeing this video. The former Queen of Berlin, Beate Use.
Carl, does her reputation now extend to Prague?
Well, we never managed to
yeah. No. We're in the party room, but not yet.
And if you turn about another 90 degrees to your right.
Now, if he's going to be Senor Clitra, I am going to be Senor Yumala Langford. Because some people do want to see your Yumala.
Wow.
That'll be
Never say our Yumala.
the fearless leader of the camera up to this point in time.
Now, who are you?
Avocate Thacker.
Advocate. Advocado. Raise Advocado. I'm trying to pick up on the slang for
You are an attorney.
Say something, George.
I'd like to welcome the entire crew to Prague.
Oh, I need to call them.
They say we can spend 2 days here in the room drinking beer, a little shit.
What did you see? What did you see of Prague? Well, we saw this stuff.
I mean, we sat in this room for 2 days waiting for Amon. I mean, attendance will be wonderful.
Are we going to have a chamber meeting? I want to know.
Well, we have unbelievable plantings, natural plantings in our room. Some of the folks unfortunately got small rooms, some with dog stains, dog aromas.
Some no toilets, some in sweaty chambermaids.
But Glenn and I got the grand room, and we're very pleased. We're very pleased.
We're going to have a grand till tonight.
Ivan, here is Ivan from Olomouc, who's going to be with us, show us around this afternoon, and I guess tomorrow. It's great of him to do all this. And he's making a great impression on everybody. Look at Ann and Lane just hanging on to every word, just like camp followers here. First lunch in Prague. And we're ready to go do some sightseeing. And here's our chief sightseer. Yes, Bana.
And what parade?
Wehrmacht. After the war, communists.
This is the plaza in Prague. Beautiful plaza, and I mean not more of a plaza, this beautiful street. Shops. This is a busy street of people following Ivan as our fearless Thacker's new Prague rain gear, a plastic shopping sack, and there's a strange face in the middle of the sack among all the other faces.
Didn't we have
In
bags?
other words, she's sacked out.
Well, the rain is about to stop and the streets are,
hope you didn't need to carry things home.
you can see the shoppers are scurrying around. Rain came, Ross Lesenby, this is for you. Here we're on the streets of Prague, Little Caesar. Ross Lesenby, proprietor. This side, this scene. We're walking to the restaurant with Yvonne. Gorgeous scene.
On the right side, this brown tower with a green
Look at those cute honeys. We're going to send them to the ill-famous street that Yvonne told us about. So the girls are getting their exercise because it's going to be competition night tonight after this. Yvonne has brought us down on the river. We're going to have dinner here tonight. And the sun has come out and it's a beautiful, beautiful view of the river. A great scene. Downriver from our restaurant. Beautiful.
With the street you are shopping. This crossroad is called the Golden Cross. And this was a very center, intersection of market routes. And there was, in the beginning, several houses, wooden houses. For meeting you one day again, maybe next year.
Okay, there's for Andres. Yes, thank you,
Can you see
kids.
the rapids across? Like
This
those little
is,
things through here on the
the
other
sun's
side?
getting low.
Rapids.
We've had a gorgeous dinner. I'm standing next to two gorgeous blondes, Anna and Glonda. And it is absolutely gorgeous here. Who's that guy? Who's that girl? Get him out of the picture. We've had such a great meal here. Look at this gorgeous tower here.
Probably for a third.
Wow. This is a brand new building, and this is part of the finished design. Yvonne said the president of the country's family happens to own the building, and a prominent architect designed it. Does that not look like a piece of you-know-what? And the building leans over the street. It's not straight. It's deliberately designed. This for something more sedate and more gorgeous. This, for everybody who's been to the Czech Republic, who's watching this film, this is a gorgeous sight, and this is a wonderful country. I think I'm going to open my branch law office here, since Yvonne said there's already too many lawyers. Why not one more? It is Friday morning. The Thackers have had their traditional Friday morning brunch for all their guests. It's become a tradition of all of our trips.
Is this Friday?
Yes.
This is, I was thinking this is our pre-Derby Day brunch.
Lane,
Yes, we're in the Oaks.
haven't you gotten to the point where the Thacker Friday morning brunch is one of the highlights of your trip?
Absolutely. Until next Friday, when we're home in Owensboro. Glenda, what are we having? Next Friday, what are we having at your house?
For brunch.
Yeah, next Friday. Rolls.
Now, George and Glenda,
Yes.
I would like you, especially the two of you, to drink a toast to architect Pullman, because he was staying downstairs and upstairs with his family, and he got sick, and he didn't want to keep his wife not sleeping, from sleeping rather. So he asked to be in another room, and he came into this room. And they had a bed which was so bad that he had to sleep on the rug. And so he told our host that he needed another bed. But he said, just be sure that the room with the fireplace, one bed has a doorway. So the room with the fireplace, I can tell you now, has been corrected thanks to architect Bruno.
Actually, the bed was not bad.
Particular reason this morning.
All hanging around.
It's many years of birth control. Now they won't know what type of hormones to take.
On this Prague bus. I'm going to bring the camera in, and maybe she'll notice me. Look, she's flirting with the cameraman. I don't know who this girl is. Glenda has found a military attaché who looked her way briefly, and she, of course, accommodated him and went over and stood by him. They're doing a little repair work there. Yvonne is showing us the beautiful courtyard. It's just gorgeous here in this big square inside the castle. I want to live this way someday, and I think I will. Kids? I'm reading your list. This place is huge. It is huge. Here in Prague. And overlooking this huge valley here. This is really something. Yvonne's just built a picture here from inside, kind of looking out at all the church steeples. Great picture. Quite an amazing. This is Gothic.
Yeah.
Built in 12 and 1300s. Gorgeous. There's Bill Langford. He was built in early third side. This gorgeous cathedral here at the palace. A lot of people here on a Friday. Tell me that this is not a gorgeous stained glass window. Tell me. Wow. Gorgeous picture. Stained glass window, excuse me. Of course, this is one of the original medieval windows. Some of the windows have been restored or replaced. This is one of the choir singing a beautiful song.
George's place. It was named after my great-great-great-grandfather. It's the oldest monastery in the Czech Republic. And my great-great-great-grandfather, George the Czech, or they used to call him lovingly Old Chekhov's George, built this place. And isn't it gorgeous? But it does cost to go in, which is a tradition of our family.
What's that in German?
Carl Mittelstadt is about to be taken to the executioner's block. They've just arrived. Beautiful view from the palace area down in the town of Prague.
Is this where we were last night?
Yeah.
God, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know who she is. St. Charles Bridge, a famous bridge here in Prague. Looking into the sunlight, so it makes it a little tough. Very pretty. We're on an adjoining bridge to film this Jewish cemetery where many of them were killed and buried during the war. They filled up the cemetery and then they started just hauling the bodies off after they filled it. We looked through the gates and saw the stones are somewhat in disarray and squashed in very closely. This is the street leading from the cemetery. We're in the Old Town section now of Prague. This is the oldest synagogue in Europe. Jewish synagogue in Europe. I almost said Louisville. Another view of the cemetery, of the stones on kind of a second level. Very interesting. Look at the gorgeous street here in what's called the Old Town. Gorgeous street. There's a gorgeous girl.
Excuse me, Georgia.
That's a beautiful square here in the Old Town. We're going to lunch. It's just starting to rain a little. Gorgeous. Here's beautiful Glenda. And if the sun's back out, it's going to be a beautiful afternoon. We're going to do some more sightseeing. Beautiful square. It was the only major building in Prague damaged during the war, World War II. Very pretty. Anne Pageant.
Anne was the mayor.
Anne and the mayor. Interesting clock on the side of the old church here in the square.
Old Town Hall.
Old Town Hall. It's an interesting motif on this wall that Glenda thought was interesting. Anything Glenda thinks interesting, of course I think is interesting. Unusual. Building. Here's one of the street vendors. Ann, get up closer. Ann and Glenda have found a friend. Oh, what a wonderful friend they found. A street man. Instructions. And Charles Bridge. Quite a crowded thing on a Friday afternoon. Little entertainment on the bridge. We're here at a little cafe underneath the St. Charles Bridge that we just came across. You see, there it is. This is a beautiful little place by the water.
Give it a, wait a minute here. We need to give it a
Flight for the little narrow stairs. It just went off, you see. Because it's so narrow, people can't come both ways at the same time. Now it's showing red, meaning people are coming down from upstairs. From Prague to Dresden. And
Lane Langford has been banished to another car for publicly eating a banana.
For publicly eating a banana. All right.
Junior League mode.
First class car that we have. We haven't taken off yet. I'm waiting on trying to catch Ann coming out of an adjoining room. The cameraman will be deathly still. Husband getting in our van, ready to head to the West German section of beautiful countryside and we hope sunshiny weather. Back at the Visa Hotel temporarily just to get our vehicle. Everyone's so eager, excited. The girls are thrusting forward. Good trip so far. Remember, I'm filming.
The museum, the first
Oh, the first museum. Well, that was the most interesting.
That was in Berlin.
That was in Berlin.
Of course, I never got in the museum, did I?
Technically, you did
I was
not.
only in the bookstore. The gift shop.
And a beautiful little village place to have lunch today on Saturday, Derby Day. And we're all, Carl's helping us with the
I
menu.
remember if I knew it was as good as the other day, but I'll just kind of remember that when I was shooting.
This is, in this, small restaurant, it's totally different. Your meal will always be fantastic. Like that.
Yeah.
Like Mama's home cooking.
There's our wonderful waitress, bringing wine and beer and Coke. An important announcement.
How about a nice
Well, I figured this
A
out.
new
Three
navigatory
people
meal
sat-
package for this afternoon.
If 3 people sat in the front, was Neil Bill. 3 in the second seat. Carl
Annie,
had
show me.
to back.
Oh, Ann, can you describe what I'm looking at, please?
You and I in the back, that's right.
Ice. We're going to have one of each.
Nappy time.
No, but let me tell you.
Ladies and gentlemen,
There is
amazing
a-
enough, Bill Langford is still eating. He got served first. He's cleaned up 2 plates that weren't belong to him.
looking at your wife's plate today, she didn't eat it all.
Finally turned normal.
No, he went to some strict church.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Oh,
Well, I'm sorry, John Crady, ashes to ashes. Here you go.
beautiful countryside just after lunch on Saturday. Gorgeous, gorgeous view. We got a little driving this afternoon. Loading up in a little Ford van. There come a couple of cutie pies and somebody not so cute. Still in Rodersburg. Bill Langford is registering. This is the registration desk right at the beer, where they serve the beer. The proprietors of the restaurant. Yeah. And our little downstairs dining room. We made it here tonight. Beautiful little town. Entrance to the steps to go up to the rooms. Our rooms are on 3 different floors. And Glenda and I took the highest room. Room of George and Glenda Thacker. And it's a small room, but it's nice. And I found a German blonde that came with the room. Aren't I lucky? Glenda?
Yeah.
Aren't you glad to be in this nice room with your hubby? And it's just got unusual furniture. And of course a little night table there. Of course no light over the bed, but that's just a small. So this is our room. And we will bounce off these walls tonight, probably. Town of Rottenburg, and gorgeous little town. And here's our hotel from the outside, right here. Very small. And here's the tower, beautiful street. Girls that came with the rooms.
Look what all I got.
There's a nice looking couple. Bonnie, don't you clean up good? Wow. It is. Wow. Unbelievable.
Hello, George. We love this little town, this little German town. I want to use everything I brought with me.
I just discovered a water drinking, oops, the pigeon just pigeoned on it. Bonnie, can you describe what we're seeing?
Oh, they're so pretty. Beautiful dolls that are typical to Germany.
Hey, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but they only open on Monday.
What? The Christmas shop?
This Christmas
Shop, but unfortunately it's Saturday afternoon late, it's not open. Hopefully we can see it tomorrow.
Really cute.
This is a Christmas shop we're looking at. Just everything is so exquisitely beautiful. Look at all the detail.
Look at the monkey sawing the board over there and the frog doing the laundry.
We need to bring these up. Lynn and I are out on our own this morning in Rotterdam. This beautiful little town of about 12,000. Look at the gorgeous valley down below. Absolutely unimaginable beauty. So pretty. Of course, there's a pretty good looking blonde right there too. Part of the old wall here. Gorgeous. Linda standing in front of the wall
With my little bag.
with La Bag, which has been described as looking like something else, but it's still a nice bag. This is the wall that surrounds the entire city, and this is just one segment of it. Very interesting. And there's a walkway up there. We haven't found our way up to get up there yet. Pretty backyards of the little homes that we're walking by. Again, is a view of the wall. We're going up. We've just found the steps. Good. Great to see you. Great view of the city.
Well, I'll come on up and we'll record it.
Look at this beautiful garden that we're up on the wall looking down some of the little backyards. This looks exactly like the backyard Glenda would like to have. She just had a more handy hut. Walking around, this interesting fortress that's here at the south end of the city. And we're kind of showing you the, it's just so pretty. It's like a Disney World place, you know, except it's got 13,000 people that live here. Gorgeous trees, everything's so green.
This building, but it's kind of interesting the way as you go up each floor, the levels get smaller. The windows are closer together. Colors are real pretty too.
So interesting, ladies and gents. Wish everybody was here to see it, but maybe my film will be a nice substitute. I have to ask you that again. Which of the housing would some of your relatives have been in?
The smallest one, that's how they left, so we could do better.
We're looking again at parts of the old wall. Rottenburg. I'm standing on the old wall, looking over into the city. Men of Rottenburg, gather now. The knights of the Round Table are coming. Gather closely and listen to General Thacker. Fight till you have no fight left in you. Protect the city. Protect the women. Ah, to hell with the women. Just protect the city. The beer steins in the store window, the beautiful dolls in the store window in here.
Well, this is a little box of cigars, but rather than being cigars, they're little sausages. And there's 6 marks.
How clever. Soldier changed her coat, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen. The coat of many colors on every trip, and her shoes. This is a beautiful little garden. We're going to poke around for about an hour and a half, about an hour, and get a bite to eat, and then meet back at the van and head off to Hildenburg. Correct me if I get it incorrect. Correct me if I get it incorrect. I'm so excited as I'm filming. I has found some German dandelions. Part of the wall again. We're in Convent Hall. I'm not really supposed to be filming, but they're so pretty. These are 12 old paintings. Glenda, when were these done?
They date back 1494.
1494.
This is in the church here.
These are pictures of the Jesus Christ being crucified. Beautiful. Grab these flowers, please. This is a park at one end of the town, next to the wall. Sun's gone in. This is just the prettiest area of this town. Just look at the gorgeous flowers everywhere. Great view of the city. Studious blonde, but they say that inside those glasses and that stern outward appearance is a raging inferno. Now we're filming. Now, thank you so much. We have a fine couple from Nebraska, and they have just told us that this really reminds them of home. But we do appreciate being filmed, and we are overlooking the beautiful town in the background. It's just an absolute gorgeous view. And we certainly thank you for taking our picture, and we hope that the camera will survive. Thank you.
Now, would you all like the shot? They have never gotten bad advice.
Must be like a good lawyer, Glenda.
Eine Flasche Rotwein und ein Stückchen Braten schenken die Mädchen ihren Soldaten. Hey warum, hey warum, hey warum, hey warum, hey bloß in dem Chingas, Bungas, Chinga, hey bloß in dem Chingas, Bungas, wenn im Felde blitzen Bomben und Granaten, weinen die Mädchen und ihre Soldaten. Hey warum, hey warum, hey warum, hey warum, hey bloß in dem Chingas, Bungas, Chinga, hey bloß in dem Chingas, Bungas, kommen die Soldaten.
We're coming to a castle that we've stopped on our sojourn. Beautiful up here.
That's a beautiful picture there.
Look at the gorgeous eagles here at the castle. Look at this scene, kids. I may get a National Geographic award here.
Boy, this is a perfect spot. There's a lot of